This is the first video in the string quilt series from LearnHowToQuilt.com. Looking for an easy quilt that looks good in many different fabric combinations? Or maybe you're ready to relax with a fun project that doesn't involve precision sewing or matching any points. Why not try this strip piecing project? It's a great way to use up leftover strips in your stash. Or maybe you'd like to build up your stash. This is a good excuse to go shopping for new fabric. Interested in finding out more information? You can download this free supply list in these directions at LearnHowToQuilt.com under Quilting Classes. To make each block, I used an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper for the foundation. I cut strips from 1 to about 4 inches wide. I placed the darker strips on the diagonals to get this secondary diamond design. I like to begin sewing from the center diagonal. I cut my strip about 1 inch longer on each end. I'll take the next strip, flip it to put right sides together, and I'm ready to sew. I don't care about this ragged edge here. All I need is one straight edge when I go to the sewing machine. I used red thread to show you my stitching, but you'll want to use a more neutral color thread. After sewing, I press my fabric back. I'm ready for my next piece. I want to add some movement here. I don't like that everything's so nice and straight, so I'll put right sides together and then I'll skew this piece a little bit. As long as I have a straight edge, I can do that. And I see that this isn't so straight, so let me just flip this around and I'll try this edge. I'll go over to my sewing machine and I'll use the edge of my foot as a guide for sewing down that line. I'll continue adding strips in this manner until my foundation is covered. I'll flip, put right sides together, sew, and then press. When the block's been covered, I'm ready to trim. I like to turn it over because it's easier for me to see where I need to trim. I also like to line up the lines on my foundation with the lines on my mat to ensure that I'm trimming an 8.5 by 11 block. Here's my completed block. Now I'll turn it back over, start tearing away this paper. Now you could make all your blocks like this, where all the diagonals go in one direction, and you'll get a quilt with these diagonal lines. To make a quilt with this design, you'll need to make blocks that are mirror images. You'll need half of the blocks with the diagonal going in this direction, and the other half going in this direction. After I completed all 36 blocks, I laid them out in the diamond design and took a photo for reference. Then I sewed the rows together using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Here's my completed quilt top. It was a challenge for me to use mainly neutrals, but I do like the way that it turned out. If you would like more detailed instructions, please view the rest of the videos in this series. Coming up next, I'll review the supplies needed for this project. Thanks for visiting LearnHowToQuilt.com. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and share our videos with your friends.